morning everybody and welcome back to my channel. Today I have 3 incredible fragrances to share with you that in my opinion are must tries for fall of 2020, and if you're interested in seeing what they are, then stay tuned. Also, if you haven't subscribed already, definitely consider doing so that you don't miss anything fragrance related in the future. And without further ado, let's get started. Okay guys, so the first one we're going to talk about is Zara Rich Warm Addictive from their tobacco collection. And this is actually the first Zara fragrance I've ever actually invested in. I just hadn't been very interested in buying any of them because the price point and also just the overall quality of the fragrances obviously is a little bit lower than if you were to buy something niche or something higher end designer. And I'm trying to sort of curate my collection to keep only fragrances that perform really well and that I really love in my collection. So I basically bit the bullet and got Rich Warm and Addictive because everybody has been talking about this one, especially being the month of September. This is super appropriate for that cooler weather when you want something to wear in those cooler days, something that's a little bit more warm and cozy and not so fresh and clean and floral. This one is marketed, I actually think this one's marketed toward men, but this one definitely can be worn by both men and women. I think it is perfectly unisex. I think it's the perfect balance. So the notes in this fragrance are tobacco, coconut, sandalwood, honey, and cedar. This is a very linear fragrance. Basically what you smell when you first spray it is pretty much what you get. It doesn't change a whole lot as it starts to dry down, at least not for me. The tobacco smell is actually fairly subtle. It's not super strong. Probably the most prominent notes that I get personally is that honey, a little bit of that coconut, and also the creamy sandalwood. So to me, it's primarily a warm, honey, creamy, kind of a coconutty scent. I've actually heard some people say that this has a beachy quality. I don't really get a beachy quality from it at all. I think the coconut, what it really does for me is it just sweetens it up and makes it a little bit less masculine, I guess. It comes in this super boozy looking bottle. I absolutely love the bottle. This is also incredible value for your money. Although this isn't a super strong fragrance, and by strong I mean it doesn't project really well and it doesn't last a very long time, but for the money you get a pretty good deal. I think I paid $29 Canadian for this, which means you can pick it up for about $20 in the United States. This is a very pretty tobacco fragrance, very feminine tobacco type of scent. You know what, I have to say it does have an addictive kind of a quality to it. I really like smelling this bottle. It is really nice. I have worn this and unfortunately it doesn't have incredible performance, but that's what you would kind of expect from a $30 or $20 fragrance for 100 mils. But that being said, it did last probably about 4 or 5 hours on my skin. It just wasn't very strong. It became a skin scent pretty quickly, but that skin scent did hang around for quite a while. So I'm not super disappointed in that. I wouldn't say that this projects very far. This is definitely the type of scent that I would wear if I was going to be close to somebody. This is a great cuddling fragrance. This is a great evening in, relaxing on the couch in your pajamas, watching Netflix. It's that kind of a scent. I think you could also wear this during the day. This would be lovely to sniff on a wool sweater or some sort of a pea coat or like a nice cozy scarf. Is it sexy? I don't know if it's super sexy. I wouldn't say that it gives me those kind of vibes, at least not for me. For me, this is just more of like a warm, sweet, cozy, cuddly kind of a scent. I almost would say this is more for women than for men. I don't know if I'd want to smell this on my boyfriend. I think it's almost too sweet for him. I think the honey and the coconut make it almost a little more feminine than masculine. So yeah, that is Zara Rich Warm and Addictive. Excellent value for your money. Smells really good. Can't really say too much other than that. This next one, you guys, I love this. I love this. I love this. I love this so much. This was love at first sniff. I didn't even think twice. This is Philosophy's Fresh Cream Warm Cashmere. And I will tell you what the notes are, but I didn't look at the notes until just now. And actually they really surprised me. To me, this smells completely different than what the notes say. So if you look on Fragrantica, please don't judge this based on the notes, because the notes make it sound like it would be kind of a tropical, beachy, vanillic type of a scent, and that is not what I get whatsoever. This to me smells like warm buttercream drizzled over top of a cashmere sweater. If you took butter and you drizzled it over top of a warm cashmere sweater, that is what you get. This is like cozy, cuddly, fluffy. So what you have in here is coconut, cashmere, vanilla, sandalwood, and white musk. I don't pick up on coconut. Definitely I get some vanilla. Definitely I can see there being sandalwood because there is a very creamy, kind of a buttery quality to it. But yeah, other than that, I was really, really surprised by the note. This is sweet, but not too sweet. Vanillic buttercream frosting. That's what it is. And not like icing sugar, like not that kind of sweet. It's a very subtle, soft, cashmere kind of a sweet, but butter. I get butter all the way with this, you guys. It is so good. If you've ever smelt Blondine from Versailles and you really like that one, I think you would really like this one. It has like a Blondine vibe because of that buttery note that's in Blondine, minus the florals, minus the leather. Super non-complex. It's a very, very straightforward fragrance. I think it's pretty linear as well. It doesn't change a lot on my skin, but on my skin, you guys, it becomes so savory and so sweet and so cuddly and so cozy. It's so, so, so good. And this is amazing value for your money. I believe this is an eau de parfum. Oh, it's an eau de toilette. This honestly behaves like an eau de parfum for me. It lasts for at least 4 or 5 hours. It projects fairly well. The oil concentration seems to be pretty good, and it's strong. Like I can smell it really, really well. So really good value for your money. This is a 60 ml for $65. Excellent. I will try to find links for this. I don't know if this is a new one or if I just discovered it because I'm late to the game. I'm not sure. Oh, it's lovely. It's so, so good. You guys have to try it. This is just a super gourmandy, buttery, soft, warm cashmere sweater. Let's also take a second to appreciate the package. I absolutely love the Philosophy bottles. I think they're all so pretty. They're all just very clean and very kind of modern and contemporary looking, and they also just look very classic. The lids are not super high quality. They're like kind of a cheapy kind of a lid, but I do really like the box. I just like the whole aesthetic of Philosophy to begin with. And I've tried quite a few Philosophy fragrances. You guys, I think this is my favorite Philosophy. I honestly think this is my favorite. Okay, and last but certainly not least, this is actually my favorite. It's a very close tie or close favorite between this one and the warm cashmere. Honestly, they're both amazing. They're just a little bit different. So this one is Zadig Voltaire. This is her. Again, this is one I have seen pop up all over social media. I think Jeremy Fragrance was recommending this one. I can't remember where else I've seen it. I think probably almost every YouTuber who's into fragrance has talked about this at some point. So this fragrance, you guys, is just a very happy medium between like a white floral, semi-fresh fragrance mixed with a lactonic whipped cream and chestnut. This has a warm, nutty quality about it. It has that sweet kind of milky whipped cream quality. It makes it very sensual, very, very feminine, and yet it also has a little bit of a twist because it does have some floral notes to it as well. So it has jasmine and it also has silkwood blossom, which I've never smelt before, so I'm not sure what silkwood blossom smells like. This also has sandalwood, it has cashmerean, and it has vanilla. So this fragrance is an eau de parfum concentration. It's not a complete beast. I wouldn't say that it fills a room, but I have received compliments on this when I've worn it. Some people don't like the bottle. I have to say I really dig the bottle, and maybe I'm saying dig because I can see the word dig, but I really like this bottle. It's kind of, I guess this is supposed to be like the women's part, and the men's fragrance is supposed to like connect, and it's like this is her, this is him maybe. But this fragrance, you guys, it's quite unique. I've never smelled anything quite like it. When I first spray it, it almost has like a fresh quality to it. It almost has a fresh quality. I do get a little bit of that jasmine kind of note in the opening. It's got that pink pepper, and then it very, very quickly changes and dries down and becomes this very milky, lactonic, kind of chestnutty vibe. A lot of people don't like milky fragrances or lactonic notes. Sometimes it can be a little bit off-putting, maybe a little bit nauseating, I'm not sure. But for me and for this fragrance, it works very, very well. This is sweet and cozy and feminine, and it's sexy at the same time. I would say that out of the three that I'm sharing with you today, this one is definitely the most sexy. This one has the most sex appeal. I'm just gonna smell my cap here. Oh, it's so good, you guys. It's so good. This was a blind buy, and I'm very, very happy to have it. This one is one that is going to be coming into my collection and staying in my collection. Really, really good. And like I say, it is a compliment getter. Oh, it's so good. Really good value for your money. And like I say, perfect for this time of year. Perfect when you want something that's feminine and sweet and sexy, but still very warm and cozy, and really good for those cooler, chilly fall days. So let me just do a really quick recap. Like I said, this one I absolutely love. I think it's very unique, very sexy, good for this time of year, has really good performance. I think this one is one that is worth keeping in my collection. Same thing with the Fresh Cream Warm Cashmere. This one was love at first sniff, absolutely amazing. The Zara Rich, Warm, and Addictive, I will say that for myself, I don't know if it's one that will stay in my collection forever, simply because the performance isn't fantastic on it, and I don't know if I would have purchased it in the store. Like, I really like it, but I don't know if I would have actually purchased this one in the store. Whereas I do think that I definitely would have purchased the Zadig Voltaire, and obviously this one was, I smelled that in the store and bought it right away. So just as a little disclaimer, sometimes people see my decluttering videos and they say, oh, I bought that because of you. Why are you getting rid of it? First of all, I change my mind like I change my underwear. Let's just get that out on the table right now. I change my mind a lot. However, I'm also trying to only keep things in my collection that I love, 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 that have great performance and that really just do it for me. So I do really like Rich, Warm, Addictive, but I wouldn't say that it's my favorite out of this list. So I'm just being totally honest with you guys. However, I know a lot of people love Rich, Warm, Addictive, so take that for a grain of salt. This is actually really, really nice. Very sweet. It does have an addictive quality, but I just can't promise that it's going to stay in my collection forever. So yeah, that's all I have to say today, you guys. I hope that you enjoyed this little fall review, and I hope everybody has a great rest of your day. So that is it for today's fall fragrance review. I hope that you guys really enjoyed. If you haven't already, do head on over and follow me on Instagram, where I share a lot of things that you're not going to see here on YouTube, like outfits of the day, scents of the day, home decor, and other little tidbits of my life. And I will see you guys all next time. Bye for now.